We live, we die, what's the purpose of life? Brother Eddie gonna show you on the Deen Show.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum. That's the greeting of peace. Peace be unto you. Welcome to another episode of the Deen Show. I'm excited, very excited. As you can see, I'm even sweating. And it's not too hot in here. I'm just excited. And you're going to be excited because we bring you a treat once in a while. And this is that time that we're going to bring you another treat. We have Hussein Yee, who is here on the Deen Show, who's going to be telling us his story on how he came to Islam. When we come back here on the Deen Show, you don't want to go nowhere.
This is the Deen Show. 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 This is the Deen Show.
And with us here on the Deen Show, Sheikh Hussein Yee. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Peace be unto you.
And to you too, brother.
Now see, they looking at you and they think, you know, this is Miyagi's son. You might do some special move here.
Catch! No
And
problem, inshallah. We got to do a lot of movement for the sake of Allah now.
So So are you involved in martial arts?
Yeah, on and off, yes, inshallah.
Now, were you the one that starred in The Karate Kid?
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off, wax on, hot. Wax off, hot. Concentrate. Look at my eye.
No.
That was a very, very popular movie.
Yeah.
And they used to have, it was Miyagi, he was like the Grand Master, and you had Karate Kid. So he came to, they were picking on him, bullying him, and people remember wax on, wax off.
Allahu Akbar.
Did you see that movie?
They said every haraka is barakah. They mean every movement there is always some blessing.
Yes, mashallah. You have a unique story because you came from a Buddhist background, is that it?
Yes, no.
So the viewers now, we get to speak to a lot of people who came from the Christian background, but now this is unique. I've actually never interviewed someone who came from a Buddhist background.
No.
Talk to us. Tell us a little bit about your story before Islam.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, been born from a Chinese family where we know majority of the Chinese, they are Buddhists, or either they are Taoists or Buddhists, and some of my family members, they are Buddhists. And as a Buddhist, we know that if you understand the teaching of Gautama Buddha, then you understand how this word Buddha derived from.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it derived from the word of Bud, meaning before Gautama been enlightened. So he was looking for something.
The Buddha.
Buddha.
What was his real name?
Gautama.
Gautama. So it's Gautama, and that's what it's named after.
Then after Buddha is not his name. Buddha is a title given to him.
What does that title mean?
The title derived from the word Bud, means the awakening.
Awakening.
Awakening, that he was looking for something.
So say his name again one more time.
Gautama.
Gautama.
Yeah, he was looking for something, for some kind of enlightenment.
Okay.
So the awakening of him looking for something that is missing in his life is called Bud, in the Sanskrit word.
And that again means?
Bud means awakening.
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 So he had an awakening, a Bud.
Yeah, he had the Bud.
He had the Bud.
And then later on, he got to leave the palace because he was a prince.
Oh, he was a prince.
He was a prince.
So he had the cash and money,
but
he's missing something.
He's missing the spiritual thing.
Yes.
So he knows something is missing in his life.
Uh-huh.
You know, so he left the palace, and that's where he started his journey. The journey to look for the truth. And he encountered a lot of other hermits or so-called saints at that time. People who isolate themselves in the forest, you know, just by themselves, keeping their hair long, their nails uncut, you know. but he's not attracted to that kind of practice.
Yes.
If it is not real,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So he was looking, and nobody can explain to him. Nobody can give him guidance. And that's why he meditated under a boo tree.
Under what kind of tree?
A boo tree, they call it a boo tree.
Yeah.
Because if you go back to the history of all these prophets, all prophets will have to go through this kalwa, they call kalwa.
Mm-hmm.
Means a kind of seclusion.
Seclusion.
And so what happened to Gautama, he was meditating under the boo tree, looking for an answer, looking for something. He wanted to know the real life. What is life after death? And from there he was enlightened. And when he received the enlightenment, then he was given the title Buddha.
What was this enlightenment that he had, that he experienced?
Enlightened, that he experienced, that he understand what is life now. He know what is life. Life is a mission. It's something that you must do here before you meet the Almighty God.
So he believed in a God.
He believed in God.
Because
it's so interesting. Before you come to understand about Buddhism, normally people say Gautama Buddha or Buddhism have nothing to do with God. It's a way of life.
Now hold on, you were like were you actually like what do you call him, a monk? Like
Not really a monk, but I do get involved very closely.
You were very involved,
Yeah.
so you knew their teachings very well.
No.
Yeah. Now, how were you? Because you were obviously looking to get enlightened. So before you learned all of this, what was your faith before?
Now I was as a Chinese descendant. You always mix. You have Buddhist, Taoist, and also some of us are Christian. Later on, I became a Christian.
So wait, what were you first? What was your family? Your mother and father?
Family, they are all Buddhists.
Buddhists. So you were born into a Buddhist family.
Buddhist family.
Okay. So now the Buddhist family. Okay, they're following these teachings, but this is very interesting because, like you said, I want to if you can elaborate on this a little more, because most Buddhists, they say that there's no God.
There's
Yeah.
no.
So this is false.
No, this is not true. This is what we taught.
Yes.
But there's nothing to do with the teaching of Gautama Buddha. If you are fair enough to go back to the history of Gautama Buddha, then you will come to a conclusion that he do not deny God.
You got to go back and study the.
Yeah. In his Dharma, the teaching of Gautama Buddha is always called Dharma. Dharma is their doctrine.
That's their doctrine?
Their doctrine.
Okay.
Yeah, their books, they have their book. There are many books, but normally when they talk about books, they talk about Dharma.
Uh-huh.
And then if you look at this teaching, the Dharma always start with karma.
Karma.
Karma. Karma, if you look into the Islamic term, is about fate, about what is being fated by God. You just got to accept now what is going to happen to you.
But what they teach is like what goes around comes around. This is like the karma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you do something good, at the end of the day you'll be rewarded accordingly.
Yes.
You see, only they explain in a different ways.
Yeah.
But all come back to the qadar and qada. If you compare with what Islam say about karma, it's about qadar and qada.
So what we say is the destiny, same thing as
It's the karma.
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 Okay, let's hold off right there. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back on the Deen Show.
There'll always be someone that'll be there to say something negative, but at the same time, there'll be someone there to say something positive also. So just hold on to the rope of Allah.
Everything in this universe rely and need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The Quran says, don't kill women, don't kill children, don't kill the old people, don't attack the civilians. This is what the Prophet Muhammad told us.
Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said that the Prophet ﷺ never ever started a war against anybody.
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone.
Back here with Sheikh Hussein Yee. Now tell us, Sheikh, please, How deeply were you involved in Buddhism?
If you look back to my lifestyle,
Yeah.
from young I like to get involved in all the spiritual kind of thing. And the best way to get involved is to serve the temple. That's the best way. Then when you're in the temple, you're close to the monk, you're close to all these so-called religious people,
Yes.
who can explain to you more about, what the teaching of Gautama Buddha is about.
Was he like a prophet to them, or what was he? Do they look at him like a god?
To them, before, they look at them like a leader, spiritual leader.
Okay.
They don't call him prophet, actually. Yeah, they're like their master. Yeah, they're gurus. So
They call like the guru.
they're gurus now.
Yeah.
But later on, what happened? People start to worship him.
Later,
Okay.
this is way
Yeah,
later.
of course. They later, like the Chinese today, majority, if they want to ask something, they'll go to the temple, the Buddhist temple, and they start to call his name and ask some kind of blessing through him.
Did he ever tell people to do that?
No, not in his time. He
No.
never allowed anybody to worship him, or he never claimed himself as God, or that he have some kind of godship with him. No.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just coming to the assumption,
Yeah.
because you're our teacher, so please, if
No.
I say anything that's not correct. We in Islam, we believe that over 124,000 messengers were sent.
Yes.
Is it possible that this might have been a messenger that had called people to pure monotheism? Is it possible?
To my understanding,
Yeah.
I won't say that everybody should believe what I
Yeah.
feel.
What do you
But
feel?
through my own research, after coming to Islam, and I compare back to the teaching, the Tawhid of Islam, and the teaching of Gautama, I don't see any differences. And I believe like what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did inform us, وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنْ نَعْبُدَ اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُ الطَّاغُوتَ. Indeed, Allah said, we have sent to all nations a messenger, Rasulan, a messenger, whose duty is to invite people to believe in one God and to stay away from all other gods. That means no idol worshipping, human worshipping, shaitan, what you call devil worshipping. No, you worship only one God. And like what you said early, you said that the Prophet did say that the 120,000 of Prophet has been sent. Only majority of the name is not been known to even to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it was stated in the Quran to that Allah informed our Prophet that there are many prophets that Allah have sent, that his name also Allah did not inform our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And only our Prophet said 120,000 of them.
So from your investigation, it's possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
But over time, people changed his teachings?
It's just like what happened to the Christianity.
With Jesus.
With Jesus.
He never claimed that he was God.
The same thing happened
But
to
people,
Jesus.
yeah, but people worshiping him now.
Now people are worshiping him.
Yeah.
The same thing, what is happening to a lot of other people, other so-called cult group. They are worshiping their gurus, they are worshiping their leaders.
Yeah.
Where all these good people normally, like I'm talking about Gautama now, never in his lifetime he allowed anybody to worship him. Never once he claimed that he is God, neither he denied God. Because he do pray. There's prostration in the teaching of Gautama.
Where can they go now if someone's a Buddhist, okay, and we are trying to reach out to the whole of humanity, because caring is sharing, so we're trying to share the truth. So where could they go now to look to verify some of these things?
The best way is they must come back to the Quran. The Quran is the final book.
Yes.
Without going back to the Quran, then it's not easy for you to know what is right, what is wrong. The Quran is not something new. It's here to confirm what was revealed to the early prophets.
Gotcha.
That's very important. That's why it's a blessing that we Muslims have the Quran, but